I have a very thick skin, and that comes from my experiences growing up. I mean, I had people all my life walking up to me, knowing who my dad was, and based on their opinion of my family, applied that to how they felt about me. So I had to learn to brush off people who criticized me based on not knowing me, but expectations around what I might be like because of how they felt about my father. I trust Canadians. People are very aware of the danger of splitting the vote. People I talk to are looking for the right alternative. And to my mind, as the election unfolds, like I said, campaigns matter deeply. People will be able to make very smart decisions about what they have to, who to vote for in order to get a better government. We both come from a similar position of understanding that environment and economy need to go together, that you actually can't build pipeline projects in this country anymore unless you get social license for it, unless you gain the public trust. And Mr. Harper has done an awful lot to undermine that public trust, whether it's with Americans on Keystone XL or whether it's with Canadians around various pipelines. Within a month of the election, at the end of November, we have to head to Paris as a country to negotiate the next round of UN climate change agreements. And what Canada does and says there, given a new government, is going to be very, very closely looked at. Actually having a government that admits loudly and clearly that climate change is real and it represents a significant threat to our country and our planet, that is something that we haven't heard from this Prime Minister. And we have a government that talks up targets without any credible or concrete plan to meet them. And that actually is hurting not just our environmental reputation, but it's hurting our economic growth. There's a real desire for a different approach to leadership, and I look forward to working with Premier Notley on making sure that we're both growing Alberta's economy in responsible ways and benefiting Canada and the world. Everywhere I go in the country, people ask me, well, you know, the Liberal Party used to have more seats here and now it's gone. I mean, how are you going to win back this particular area? And I sort of have to chuckle and say, well, that's the story right across the country. Every part of the country, we have seen seats that we used to hold disappear. And the change that Canadians deserve to have in tone and approach from our government, I'm excited about presenting a positive vision of what this country can be once again.